Yeah. Hello everyone. Today we're gonna having another reviewing. Let me use my leg to pull this back out. Wait. A little bit hard to move because I'm growing bigger. So today we'll have a review, and the book we're gonna review is Billy and the Minpins. I really love this book. It's about little Billy and all those tiny little Minpins. And they're wearing the suction books. You should read this book. They're really fun to read. At the end, it ends really happy though. So let's gonna read it. So here's some introduction. The characters in this book. It got Mother, Billy, Little Billy, Don Minnie, and the Minpins. Ooh, they look like they're tiny, super tiny peoples. Well, so now let's get to read. Let's start it. Once there was little Billy lived in a house with her mother and father. Father needed to go to work now, so it's only Billy with his mother. Billy is kneeling on a chair, and his mother was washing dishes. Billy said, "I'm going to go in the forest and explore it." Then her mother said, "Remember this warning. Never go to the sin forest. It got many different dangerous creatures." Those creatures got a long, big name, so I cannot very remember. So when you buy this book and read it, you'll know what the monster names mean. They look really terrible and look like just a monster. A first one just like venomous nits, the gruncher that blows out some of the steam in its nose to smell the foods, and some more. I can't not remember it all. And what terrible was a bloodsucker. I don't know. It is. As I remember, it's really big, and it got many eyes, sharp teeth, and it looked really hairy, and also, I think it's a reptile because it looked kind of like a lizard with lots of eyes and being weird with horns. Well, and then a demon go to it, and he said, a little, you can go to the sin forest and explore in it. A little Gifty, you go to the window. Another Gifty, you go to the garden. And another Gifty, you're in the sin forest. And little Billy heard that, and he do it too. As Mom isn't looking, a little Gifty, Billy, climbs onto the window. Another gypsy is in the garden, and another gypsy is going inside. Inside, it was really scared and dangerous. And then he started to see the red steam. It's just like catching him. It has some heat, and also red and orange. And you know what that means? Those are some red and orange steam from the gruncher. It used its steam to smell the foods. Actually, it is a meat eater, so he remembered a poem that her mom says to him. The sin forest was really dangerous. People can go in, but no one can go out. It's kind of weird, dangerous. And he ran and ran, escaped from steam, and he quickly, whoop, whoop, he climbed onto a tall tree, and he looked down. The steam is low, down low, and then he go down a little to see it closer a little bit, and closer, more bits, and then he see a small window, just like a stamp, open wide, and there was Don Mini. He with some more people inside those. They said, "We are the Minpins." And Don Mini says to him, "Could you talk softer? Do not shout." And Billy said, "I'm not shout. I'm saying, I'm not shout or scream or anything." And Don Mini said, "Talk a little softer. You might blow me." And he started to talk softer too. The gruncher knows you up here because of its smells. How did it look like? Billy said. We're not very knows it, how it looked like, because the steams covered it, so we cannot see how it looked like. Quickly, you need to be quick, go home. And Billy said, "Do you know any kind of birds? I think you could call a big bird to lead me home." And Don Mini said, "We know all the birds, Billy, do not worry." And then they say to Red Robin. And after they said it, Robin nodded and flew away to call up a swan. Don Mini said, You look small, so I think you're ready to be on a swan." "A swan?" Billy said. "Yes, you look small." And the Robin said it's gonna be a good idea. "But would you like to help us a little?" Don Mini said. "Of course. What can I help you?" Billy said softly. There's a gruncher down here. We call it swan. Would you help us to kill a gruncher? But I didn't know how to kill a gruncher, said Billy. There's only one thing. A gruncher is really hot, and the cold will win the hot. So what we need to do is we only need a lake, and then when the gruncher goes in the deep watery lake, it will die because it is cooled off. You know, flames would be gone when it's in water, you know. And then and then the swan came. Is really big. Billy hopped on and we started to kill the gruncher. First, the swan flew down low and low, and then the gruncher smelled it, and he followed them. They could feel the stomping of a gruncher, and then miles and miles and miles away, we see a deep blue lake, and they still hear the stomping of a gruncher, and then they flew over a lake and stand on the other side of it. And then the gruncher sees it and didn't notice about the lake, so it nearly eats Billy, but it happened to fall down into the lake. The water sizzling, boiling, and then the gruncher dead. After they go back, Dominic cried with the other. Cheer up for little Billy, who has killed up a gruncher, has been gobbled up millions of Minpins. Then the crowd cried for them, and they would promise they would never ever forget them. And at night, to visit them, it must be at the midnight, when everyone has been asleep. And then Billy swung open his window room, and then Swan came. He hopped on Swan, and Swan felt a little, forgot that. Never mind. And then Swan flew to an old tree where the Minpins lived, and he visited them every day. But after he goes to there, Dahl said to him, You're growing so fast. I think Swan could not lift you now. We're so sad. We cannot find a bigger bird for you. It's okay, he said. One day I would run to where it is, and I will visit you every day, he promised. And it's all.